welcome aboard. Have you ever just been punched in the balls like over and over again? Probably not, but that's kind of what it feels like to play and see what happens with Psychic every time a new set comes out in GLC or in the Pokemon TCG in general. Psychic is definitely the golden child. It is the favored type. This type's identity is to be good. There is nothing else. It is just to be good. This has been proven even more by the most recent reveals for our set Perfect Order coming out later this year, where Psychic got a reprint of Call Energy, but better. Now, Call Energy was a perfect special energy, which lets you bench two things at the cost of ending your turn when you attach it. Now enters Telepath Psychic Energy, the new energy which simply just states when you attach it to a Psychic Pokemon, you are now able to bench two Psychic Pokemon on top of that, basic at least, not evolutions, thank God. But this is unprecedented power in a type that is already considered the best type in format for a good while now. This card's reception has been very mixed in the sense that a lot of people aren't very happy that the best type in format has now gotten a overwhelmingly strong card that only they can use, right? It's a very slippery and interesting slope because at the same time, you don't want to be balancing GLC. You don't want to ban things just because a type got a stronger card. But at the same time, this card is just so strong and it saves them from the one issue that Psychic has had, which has been setting up. Unfortunately, this is not everything that Psychic got this set. There are still two more cards that I think are worthy of being played and or might open up new opportunities for the type. The first being Jacinthe, which is a supporter that simply just states, heal 150 damage from one of your Psychic Pokemon. I don't know if the type has anything in format currently that could really benefit from that, besides the old like Damage Mover, Golurk tank style decks, but I don't think those get revived. It feels very 2024. The format will not be nice to that, but I'd love to be proven wrong. The other card is Aromatisse. This is like a reprint of Eldegoss from Grass. You just get to search out two Psychic Energy and put them in your hand. I feel like this could allow for Xatu and Aromatisse to play together instead of the classic Malamar Xatu pairing. The real question now is, though, where do we go from here? What are we going to do about Psychic? What possibly can happen to Psychic for the rest of the types and the community to try to handle and grapple with this absurd increase in power for no reason? Firstly, I want to say that if you believe that Telepath Psychic Energy deserves to be banned, I do not think you are right in the slightest. Banning cards that are brand new just because they're strong and not because they create broken board states is definitely not the way that Mahone has balanced the format, or tried to. Every ban that has happened has been an old card that fundamentally breaks the way that Pokemon is played, and just getting absurd consistency is not fundamentally breaking the game. The card that I believe should be banned from Psychic, if a ban had to happen, is Dimension Valley. And the reason that I say that we should ban Dimension Valley instead of anything else is because that is the card that truly sets Psychic apart from all of its competitors and makes the early game, the mid game, the late game, every single part of it gets a lot stronger when Dimension Valley is in play. Every attacker in Psychic is judged on whether they have a colorless cost in their attack or not. And there are some cards that are generally pretty good, but they don't see play because they are triple Psychic or double Psychic instead of double colorless or Psychic colorless, right? This is genuinely gatekeeping the cards in the type, and it's pigeonholing them into playing around Dimension Valley. Not to mention, getting hit for 170 for 1 on the first turn of the game from Iron Boulder because of Dimension Valley and like a Guzman Hala play is one of the worst feelings in the game, besides getting hit with that Marshadow that they used to all have. And Marshadow got banned, so I don't know. The purpose of this video was not only to tell you that Psychic is getting steroids soon, but I also wanted to try to, quell a little bit of the distaste that the community has had lately, in the sense that everybody doesn't like seeing other types get broken cards, especially if that type is not yours, right? That's not your favorite, you're not a trainer of that type. It will be okay. It genuinely will be okay. This feels very reminiscent of Fan Rotom all over again, and what happened was that Fan Rotom wasn't actually the card that needed to be banned, and instead it was the double energies that were fixing that whole type's crazy early game, and now Colorless is sitting at a very healthy and fun spot. It has become an actual thought-provoking aggro type, instead of just the most brain-dead idiot ever playing 3 DCEs over and over and over again. If you told me like last year before the ban happened that Colorless would actually have to like think about when to set Snorlax up, I would have actually laughed in your face and then probably like ripped one of your cards in half, because that is not something that you just say. That's not going to happen in any capacity, right? However, now we're in a spot where Colorless is fixed. And I have great faith that if Psychic needs to be fixed, there will be a ban that happens that will positively benefit the type. Because with Dimension Valley gone, I actually think that the type will get so much more interesting. Dimension Valley is such a cheat code. I feel gross using that card. And that shouldn't be right. I shouldn't feel gross for using a card. That's all I really wanted to say for this video, though. Basically just get your Doomsday kits ready and wait for the Perfect Order 3K to happen, and if Psychic somehow has even more of a meta share than it already does, maybe somebody will convince Mahone, or maybe Mahone will convince himself, maybe something will happen to the type. We'll just have to keep checking in and seeing how it goes. If you got this far in the video, hopefully you're not hyperventilating about telepath energy. If you did get here, then thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all the funny button stuff. I really appreciate it. Let me know what your favorite Psychic card is in the comment section, and as always, good luck with your builds.